guys, this is Paul Opie Fahey from Combat Athlete Mixed Martial Arts, also from Serra Jiu-Jitsu. I got Randy here, my purple belt over here. I'm showing a technique from the guard. We're doing a continuation from a last technique where our opponent's standing on top of us and he's got bad posture, he's arched over. So we're now, what we're doing here is we're attacking that arm lock, but he's going to defend that arm lock. And now we're going to get him with a backup sweep. Okay, so we're going to sweep him over, then finish him with the arm lock. And we're going to bring him to his back and finish him with the arm lock on top right away. Just guys, keep in mind that there's tons of different ways to do this move, tons of ways to do this transition. If you want to see this transition done in competition, look up Kron Gracie. He does a very good example of how this is done. Kron Gracie is Rickson Gracie's son, and you get a good example of seeing what he does. He does this a lot in his competitions. He finishes a lot of people with it. So please take a look and enjoy. Okay, so what's happening inside my guard is Randy's standing up. He's got bad posture. Okay, his back is arched over, but he's got his weight staggered on his feet, so I can't sweep him over. So he stands up, bent over. He's got his weight distributed. So step one leg back, like that. All right. So right now, this makes it hard for me to sweep him. I could try to hook myself into his leg here and try to go for my sweep where I put pressure onto his thigh, but it's not happening. Each time I go for a sweep, it's not happening. And also, I prefer submissions. So I'm gonna curl my legs up or down his back, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm gonna bring one leg over the shoulder. My other leg is gonna lock, and I'll lock my feet tight here. Notice how my feet flare out like a guard. Keeping my hip again tight to his armpit here. Now as I bring my left hand over his right arm, and my right hand hooks at the same time to his foot, he already puts his defense in. He knows what's coming. So I'm going to switch off. I'm going to switch off to a different move. I'm going to switch off to what we call the pendulum sweep. Alright, so I'm going to take my left foot. I'm going to throw it out on a 45-degree angle. As I do this, my right heel is going to kick into his armpit. I'm going to bring his weight on that 45-degree angle towards this shoulder. See what I'm tapping at? That shoulder. I want to bring it towards this shoulder here. So I lock. I have my hook. I grab on top of the thigh. Some people like to use their hand. They use their hand inside the back of the thigh here. You can do this too. If you like this grip, you can use this. If you like this grip, you can use this as well. You can grab right to here. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to take my left foot. I'm going to kick it out. Kick it out straight. Notice what happened. When I kicked it out straight, I start bringing him down towards that shoulder. So I'm going to kick my leg out straight. As I do this, my heel is going to kick into his armpit. Bring him down. The second he touches down onto the ground, my left foot has to come right in front of his face. When I come right in front of his face, my heel is going to go right back to my butt. Once I get to here, lots of different ways, lots of different angles to finish an arm lock from here. Right now, he's got a tight grip on top of his arm, so I'm going to take my outside hand, my right hand, I'm going to pull back on his forearm. I'm going to take my other hand, my inside hand, it's going to come out like it's coming out from the grave right here. See, like that, like a zombie coming up from the grave. My hand comes up. I reach, I grab palm to palm, and I bring my shoulder to the back of my hand. Now, I'm going to sit on an angle, forcing his arm into a key lock position. This way. See how I sit myself towards my knee, towards my shoulder, towards the ground, so that his hand is forced to let go because his hand cannot naturally hold on because I put pressure on his shoulder here. Now, as I'm sitting off to my left shoulder. I start straightening my body. My knees are pinching together. My elbow comes up. I could go to cool man handshake, grab his thumb, and hey, what's up? Make sure I could come here for good measure if I want to. I keep my control here. Pinching my knees together, planting my left foot on the ground, and bring my hip off the ground. Finishing that arm lock. So, again, same thing from the last time. He stood up in my guard, he staggered his stance, and right here I'm going to attack his arm. So, again, I'm going to keep my hips up, pull my feet down or up his back, however you want to look at it. Just make sure your feet are going towards his shoulders. It doesn't matter which arm you're going to attack. If I'm going to attack his right arm here, my left foot's going to go over the shoulder. My heel's going to go down on my left foot. The other heel's going to come on top. And I'm gonna get a guard and pinch my knees together. At the same time, my outside hand, my left hand is gonna fence through, while my right hand hooks to his foot and bring my ear to his foot right here. But he feels that right now. He's strong. He's holding himself tight here. He got something in the way of his arm right here. See how his arm's in the way? So now I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to put him on his back. So I'm going to unlock. I'm going to kick my right foot out wide. As I kick it out wide, I'm going to do sort of a split here. And I'm going to kick my other foot, my heel, into his armpit. The second he comes over here, my left foot is going to come over his head. I'm going to hook his head here. So my foot came, the second he hit the ground, I don't want to wait too long here because he's going to end up on top. Okay? If he's fast with the transition, and he's fast with turning his hip down, I want to put my foot on top, get everything tight. So I'm bringing my heel to my butt. Notice the space here. Everyone come around to this angle. See how there's no space between his head? See how I have his head between my heel and my butt right here? I have him locked in nice and tight. So now all I have to do is, I got to get control of this arm. He's still got something in the way. So I'm going to make a little space here. I'm going to grab on top, and I'm going to pull his hand back, and I take my hand that's on the inside to my thigh, and I go just put it through like it's coming up from the grave. It's like a zombie here. Once I get through, palm to palm, I grab you on top of my thumbs, I bring my shoulder tight to it, and now I'm going to sit myself on my 45-degree, then straighten, and come to cool man handshake, and now nice and slowly bring my hip up. Guys, all we have to do, if I get one leg over the shoulder right away, that's fine. If you are here, if he doesn't have such a long back, he's a smaller guy. I can control his elbow, by his tricep. I can control his sleeves. I can cross my arms like so. All I need to do is lock over his shoulder here. Once I get that lock, now I can feed myself through. But he gets control, he sits back on his heel, so I gotta kick this leg out. While kicking this leg out, my heel comes to the armpit. Now I get my control. Now I'm in control. I got him locked in. My hand was already here, which eventually you want to get to this point where my hand can already come up through here. If I can get to this point already, then I'm already going to finish him. It's all ready already. So, just get my hand up through the grave. This time, I already had my hand there, so I didn't have to pull back. That's what I'm aspiring to. I get palm to palm, put my shoulder in tight to it. So I'm going to pin his wrist to my shoulder here, while I sit my shoulder back, and then finish him with that arm lock.